welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the books that I hope to read for the rest of the summer or even some into the school year, because today is July 29th and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all these books. Hopefully I can, but I'm not sure. Okay, first up is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. It has a review from the author of The Silent Patient, and I love The Silent Patient, and it says master storyteller, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully I enjoy it. I think I will if the author of the book that I absolutely loved has a thing on here that says it's a master storyteller. I'm assuming I'm gonna like this book, and I hope it's great because I love thrillers. Next up, I have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I loved Eleanor and Park. Yeah, I love Eleanor and Park. I was making sure like he wrote that, or she, whoever Rainbow Rowell is. I was hoping that I was wondering if they also wrote Eleanor and Park, and I think they did. But my English teacher gave me this, and she taught me AP Lang and 10th grade language, so I'm hoping that this is a really good book. And I love a romance, and I'm assuming that this is a romance book. I know it's about someone who writes fan fiction, and I love a book about a writer. I love it because I'm a writer, so I just love a book about a writer. So this is second. Then next up, I have A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I saw this in Barnes & Noble and I couldn't afford it. Like, I couldn't buy it because I had already bought a bunch of other books. But then I went to Walmart and my grandma bought it for me. So now I can read it, and I don't know. It's some kind of fantasy. I don't know. It says begilding, spellbinding, fierce. So I hope it's a good book. I mean, like, I totally judged the book by its cover with this one because just look at it. It's like so beautiful. Like, okay, hold on, let me flip this upside down so I can, okay. Next up, we have Lightlark. I am a little bit into it already, but it didn't catch my interest because when I started reading it, I was in a reading slump, so I feel like I didn't give it a fair chance, and I feel like the concept is so cool and I really want to give it a chance, so I'm gonna read it after I read these other books. And then after Lightlark, I also have Nightbane, and once again it's the sequel to Lightlark, and then I'm gonna get Skyjade, but I want to read these two first because, like, I'm sure I'm gonna like it because, like, it seems like such a cool concept, and from what I read, the book is good. I just couldn't focus enough to read it, and I wanted to give it a fair chance, so I just stopped reading it. Okay. Next up, we have The Manson Woman in Me, Monsters, Morality, and Murder. Hold on. My English teacher, the same English teacher, also gave me this book. I believe it's about the people who were in the cult, the women. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure what it's about, but I love true crime, and I know a lot about this case, so I'm excited to get to reading this book because I've never read a true crime book, but I feel like it would be interesting because I like true crime in general. So next up, I have The Kiss of Deception. I have no idea what this book is about. I just thought the cover was pretty and I like the sprayed edges. So, oh, see, it's so cute. Now, I have no idea what it's about, but it looks cool, and then I opened it up and it just looks like something I would read. Like the font, I mean by like the size of the font and how it looks, like that's what I mean by it looks like something I would read. And look, I am a sucker for a fantasy book with a map in the front, which is like every fantasy book, so every time I see a fantasy book and I open it up and I see a map in the cover, I'm like, oh, I need this. Next up, we have Coffee Shop from Another Universe. This one doesn't have a map, but it is a fantasy book, but it's more of like magic and stuff like that. It's more of like a fantasy romance, so it's not like too deep into the like fantasy aspect. It's more like fantasy realism, and I don't know. I also was reading this when I was in a reading slump, so I didn't give it a really fair chance. So like, as you can see, I read some of it. I read this much. I'm literally 42 pages in. So I want to give it a fair chance, and that's why I'm reading it so late into it, because I want to like be deep into reading when I read it. Next is I'll Give You a Son. I believe it's about two siblings. I have no idea what it's about. Once again, I feel like I'm saying that for like every single book, but I have no idea what it's about. And I just saw it, and it just gives like everything. The sun is also a star, like that kind of thing. And I believe it's about two siblings in their life. Hold on. At first, Jude and her twin brother are Noah and Jude, inseparable. Noah draws constantly and is falling in love with the charismatic boy next door, while daredevil Jude cliff dives and does all the talking for both of them. Years later, they are barely speaking. Something has happened to change the twins in different yet equally devastating ways. Then Jude meets an intriguing, irresistible boy and a mysterious new mentor. The early years are Noah's to tell, the later years are Jude's, but they each have only half of the story. If they can find their way back to one another, they'll have a chance to remake the whole world. No, to remake their world. Okay. Okay. Hold on, let me see if it has a... I was trying to see if it had like a review from someone I've read from, but that does not. But yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm excited to read it, but I am going to read it later into the books because I don't know. I have no idea about it, and I just want to be, once again, I want to be in the flow of reading when I get to it. Next, I have the Crescent Moon Tear Room. Yeah. And it's just like such a cozy fantasy that I want to read it like late August, and I might not even get to it late August. Like, I might get to it like mid-August, but I just want to read it like August, September time, you know? Like, it's just such a cozy fantasy. Like, I love it. And I did read like the first couple of pages, but I didn't want to read it like midsummer. Oop, midsummer reference. I didn't want to read it midsummer, so I have it later in there. Next, we have Feminism in Art, A Study of Virginia Woolf. And I actually got this from school, so I'm going to be reading this like when school first starts back, because yeah, I need to get it back. Oh, it has sprayed edges. Oh no, it just has sprayed edge, meaning literally one sprayed edge. Hold on. It literally just has a purple top. That's interesting. I wonder if somebody colored it, because it doesn't look like it's supposed to be sprayed edge. Next up, we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. And I'm so excited to read this because I've had it for like a month and I've wanted to read it so bad, but I was like, okay, I want to read these other books first. So, oh, it's falling. Oh, let's see what it looks like inside of them. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Well, it has like a single sword on the front, but that's so pretty. I love it. And then look at that. Look at the pages. So gorgeous. I love it. I love books, if you can't tell. I also have some books on my Kindle I want to read. I'm in the middle of reading The Tenet by Freida McFadden. It's her latest release. And, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in the middle of reading The Tenet. And then I also want to read Binding 13, but I'm going to wait until it's like September, October to read that, because I don't know why, I just feel like it has a September, October feel to it. I don't know too much about it. All I know, it's about some kids in school, I think, and yeah, that's all I know. I really don't know too much about it. All I know is everybody like always gets super attached to it. And then I also want to read the Throne of Glass series, and I might make a series on here reading the Throne of Glass series. Sorry. I might make yeah, I might make the Throne of Glass series a series on here. Let me know if you guys like the video, if you guys want to see that. And then I have some other fantasy series I just want to get into. And I think I'm going to read the Throne of Glass series on my Kindle because it's way cheaper to buy it on my Kindle than it is to go out and buy all the books. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Let me know if you guys like this video because I can definitely make more videos with books because I have a bunch of books and all I do is read and crochet. So you guys are going to get a crochet video soon, but I just wanted to make this reading video first. So let me know if you guys like this video. Well, like the video if you guys like this video. Makes sense. And then subscribe if you want to see more of me, and I hope you do. I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully, and I love you guys so much. Bye bye.